مش بتخلص ده خمسة قلم
Today I am going to start with chapter 11. As I have told you yesterday. Because we don't have time to wait. But chapter 11, students, it is not within your material for the final exam, as I have told you. It is for the second course. But today, tomorrow, your absentees, it is not for the second course, it is for the first course. Because many students ask me about this one. If we here start with chapter 11, what about our, absentees and this coming? September. Dear students, we are required, since we have the lecture, so we should take lecture, right? In order not to waste time, I'm going to start with chapter 11. At the end of chapter 11, and at the end of the lecture, 5 minutes, if you have any question throughout your reading for chapter 7, told me about. I will tell you something that the student asked me. Do you have your exercise, please? The student from other section, they asked me about certain points in the exercise. Because some of the answers, as I have told you, some of the answers, as I have told you, they are not, I don't know whether they are mistaken, there is something wrong, but the answer is not wrong. One of these, they told me, that is exercise, if you remember. Yeah, exercise, it is 104, which is page 59. There is a point, they told me that it is, solved in this way, but it is not right. Is what is it? Number 7. Number 7, a gas leak can cause a serious explosion. A gas leak, that is page 59, exercise 104, page 7. A gas leak can cause a serious explosion, right? Now, in the answer, the student knows what type of object is this? What do you think? Yes, madam. With A or with E? Why with E? Because we have result. No, so if it is good morning, if we have result, we should say it is affected, not effective.
Object affects.
Yeah? Yeah, with A or with E? With E. Why with E? My question is that why with E? In order to have effective, right, object, what do we have? I use effective object, if you remember, if the verbs are give or face in a clause type, which is what? Which is S, B, W, O, you remember this one? So if I have S, B, W, O, right, this is that. This one, it will be what? Affected, sorry, if this is received.
Yes.
And when this is, it is affected with what? With give, or, you remember?
Yes.
Hey, this will be what? Effective. Now, do we have here in this sentence, do we have direct transitive verb? No, we don't have direct transitive. Monotransitive verb. One verb, right? Okay. Now, what are the other cases in which we have effective? If I have what? Cognate, remember? Or if we have measurement? Or if we have verbal? Now, come back to the sentence. Do we have one of these? Again, we don't have. So the answer, as the student told me that it is written as effective with E, it is wrong. It is with A. Why with A? Because X did something to Y. A gas leak cause. So there is what? Action. Someone causes something. Of course, someone, not necessarily it is enemy. I asked the student yesterday, when you say a gas leak, semantically, what is it, a gas leak? Semantically. Yes.
Subject.
No, not syntactically, semantically. Yes, it is instrumental. Since it is instrumental, so it is what? It means what? It is X did something to Y. So The answer, as the author states, they write it as what? As affected. No, student, it is affected with A, not with E. Okay? I mean, it is wrongly answered. Why? I don't know. Maybe misprinting, maybe something else, but it is not wrong. Clear? Yeah, this is what the student asked me about it yesterday. Now, let me now start with chapter 11. Chapter 11, student, we start with 11.1. Now, with 11, I mean complex sentence. Again, I'll repeatedly ask you what is the difference between simple sentence and complex sentence. What is simple sentence? Is a sentence which consists of one main independent clause. Independent. Can't stand alone. One main idea as you know. But now I am not talking about meaning, I'm talking about what structure. It consists of one main independent clause. If I have another dependent, not necessarily one student, maybe two, maybe three, maybe four, this means that I will have complex sentence. So, what is complex sentence? In one of the year, in the final year, I asked that question. Define. It is a sentence which consists of at least one dependent clause and at least one main clause. There should be main and minor. Now, in this chapter, I'm not going to talk about main and minor. I am using another term. Yes, come in. What is it? Yes. What is it? I am going to use that. I have what? Independent clause, and I have what? Dependent one. This dependent one will be the focus of chapter 11, in which we are going to call it subordinate clause. Not superordinate. Superordinate, it means major, student. Subordinate. So from now to the end of chapter 11, we are focusing on subordinate. Don't tell me it is dependent. No, it is subordinate clause. Because I have subordinate clause, I will have the result of complex sentence. Clear? Why it is subordinate? Because it can't stand alone. Now, here we have example. I like John and John likes me. Chapter 11, which is the first page of the chapter. I like John and John likes me. Which type of sentence is this? I like John and John likes me. Which type of sentence? It is no. No, it is not complex. Yes, yes. Yes, which type? Yes, come. Which type of sentence found? It is compound sentence. You remember, I think you have studied compound sentence. A sentence in its clause as if it is what? Simple. As if it is simple. It links two clauses, but these clauses, they are what? By, and, or, but. Now, so now it is compound. Why compound? I like John. What is I like John? Simple sentence. John likes me. John likes me, it is what? Another simple sentence. I coordinate these two clauses, these two sentences into one, which is compound. But if I say, I like John because John likes me, right? Now, here I will stop. First of all, this is a sentence which is called complex sentence. This complex sentence consists of two clauses. See, the clause is smaller than the sentence. Now, the first clause, it is I like John, which is what? It is what? Main clause. I cannot say simple clause. It is simple sentence. Come on. Main clause. The other one, just because John likes me, this is, we call it minor, or subordinate or dependent. We say we will focus on subordinate. Why subordinate? Because I cannot have a sentence by stating only because John likes me. You understand nothing. But when you say I like John, no, it is clear, it has its meaning. So we will concentrate on this type of clauses, which are subordinate clauses, because it's one of them. Now, what about I think that you can do if you try? You see student here, the author, what did he do? They put symbols, X, Y, Z, Y, in order to make it clear for you. Now, where's the sentence? All of it. All of it is a sentence. Which type of sentence? Complex sentence. Now, can you tell me this complex sentence, which clauses does it consist of? What are the constituents of this complex sentence? How many clauses do we have? Let us see. Yes, who can tell me? How many clauses, Murtaza? Three. The first one, please. I think. Now, when I say I think, this is what I think. I believe. This is what main clause. I think. I believe. Right? Okay. Here the author put it X, not necessarily X. I can use A. I can use B, right? Any symbol. Okay. The second one.
That you can do it.
That you can do it. This is now. Is this main clause? It can't stand alone. I cannot have a sentence when I say that you can do it. No. What is that you can do it? So, this is another clause, but this clause is what subordinate clause, which starts from subordinator. Now, we should be careful. We have what? We have subordinate clause, and we have what? Subordinator. Now, subordinate clause plus subordinator, the result is what? Subordination as a structure. So what is subordination? Is a structure which consists of subordinate clause including subordinator. What is subordinator? The device that link two clauses. One of them is because, that, if, before, after, and many. What is the third one, Murtala?
Yes, if you try.
If you try. This is the third one. If you try. Yes, come. If you try. So now we have what? Three clauses. One is main. There should be a main. Why there should be a main? Because there should be a sentence which has main meaning. But in addition to this main, maybe we have two subordinates. Maybe we have a three. Maybe we have four. Now, I want to ask you, let me link chapter 7 with chapter 11. Which clause type do we have here? I think that you can do it if you try. If now, clause type student, it is not only applicable for simple sentences, even for complex sentences. Which clause type do I have here? Since I have X, Y, Z, which clause type? Yes. I subject. Verb. Yeah.
First sentence. The second sentence, not subject.
That is subject? No. So, in order to answer this question, I have two ways of analysis. What are they? Either I am going to give the clause type of the whole sentence as if it is what? One unit. How can I give the clause type of this whole sentence? Yes, what do you think? Who can tell? Yes,
Yes, we can do it by excluding the subordinators.
So, what can I say? I subject.
I subject. Think about
Yeah.
you.
No. If I will analyze the whole sentence as one unit, so now I will use the clauses to have function, right? So, I subject, think verb. That you can do it. All of it is a clause. Function as object. Now, you remember in the syntactic realization, what did we say? What is a subject? It could be a noun. It could be noun phrase or a clause. What is object? It could be a noun. It could be a phrase. It could be... Now, this is a clause. Here, it is not noun or phrase. Okay. If you would try, it is a adverb. So what is the clause type? SVOA. This is one way. This is one way of the analysis. There is another way that You, Manar, and Murtaba told me about it. What is it? I am going to use the what? The function of each item. How? I subject, think verb, that subordinator, you subject, can do verb, if direct object, if subordinator, you subject, try verb. It means what? I am going to give the clause type of each item in a clause. Which one we will follow in chapter 11? The first one, which is what? The whole clause. I will give the clause type of what? Of the clauses, not the constituents, okay? This is what the author on page 309, SR 10, state we have two ways, either structural type or by function. What is the function? We are going to look for the function of the subordinate clause within the clause. This is the way we are going to follow. Clear till now, please? What is complex sentence? I've told you, 11.2 leave it. 11.3 we will leave it. 11.4 we will leave it. With the notes. 11.5 we leave it. Why do I leave these? Because last year you were talking about verbless clause, finite, non-finite. We are going to come across them where in the form of the clause. Later on we will talk about this. But in detail, no, I will not talk about them. Okay? So I will not discuss them. You will be not responsible for these things. We will start from what? Formal indicators of subordination. What does the word formal mean? It means what? Shape. How can I know subordination? What is subordination? A few minutes ago we say subordination is a structure which consists of subordinate clause including subordinate. So, as if the author, if I want to rephrase the title, formal indicators of subordination, if I want to use another title, but to have the same meaning, what is the title? Formal indicators, yes, of subordination. In other words, what does it mean? What do you think? In other words, yes?
The lights no subordination.
No, it is what? Subordinators. Only. Because formal indicator, what does it mean, formal indicator? The device. The device that you are going to use to show me where is subordinate. The device. Right. Now I start with 11.7. What is it? Subordinators. How many classification for subordinated? Here we will focus on this section only. Why? Because generally speaking, in the books that you have read, in the, for example, texts you have read, you find that mainly they are these three. What are they? I want someone to help me to read. What is it? Simple subordinated. This is the first class. Yes, please, if you don't mind. Yeah.
Simple subordinators.
Yeah, just like
After, although, as,
although
because,
and though, right? Because
Yes.
it is written although and though.
Although,
Yes,
yes. As,
because
because,
before.
for, if,
Why they are called simple? Because they consist of one element. You see? Only one element. Although, though, as, before, since. One element only. Yes, thank you, Ahmed. Yes. Now I come to compound. Yes, Mustafa, please.
Yes, compound subordinator ending with that.
So this means that within compound we have sub-classifications, right? Either it ends with that, and that here is what? Obligatory. Now when I say in that, and I ask you, where's the subordinator? You don't tell me the subordinator is in and is that. No, all of it.
That.
All of it, it is called in that. What else? Yes, please.
In that, so that, such that, except that, etc. In order to that.
But within order that, the author, what did he say?
Or
Oh,
to,
plus
infinite.
infinitive. As we are going to see in adverbial clause of result and purpose, we use these. Of course, student, you should memorize them because these are subordinators. Yeah. Thank you very much. So first of all, I have compound, which consists of what? That obligatory. There is another one, but that is optional. Yes, Mana.
Ending with optional that. Now that.
Now that. Either you say now or you say that. I do remember a question by one of good students. He asked me, now that, since it is compound and that here is optional, shall I classify it as simple? No. It is compound. But that here, you can use it, you can remove it. So it is not simple. Do you get the point? It is not simple. It is compound. But that, you can use it, you can remove it. Which classification? It is compound, not simple. Now that,
Provide that.
provided that.
Provide that. Consider that.
Just a minute. Provided. Here, provided is not non-finite ed participle. Pay attention. No, it is what? Subordinator, device. You get the point? Not it is non-finite starting with ed. No, no, no. This is device. This is conjunction. Yeah, provided that. Supposing, again, supposing ing is not non-finite, it is not verb. No, it is subordinator. Yeah, it is conjunction.
Considering that.
Considering that.
See that.
Seeing that, etc. Thank you very much. Another compound. Yes, please. Your name? No.
England with us.
With us. Yes.
As for us, as long as soon as long as.
Etc. Yeah. And then the author say, when we use
Last two, last
so as, yes, when I use this so as, there should be 2 plus 2 infinitive. Thank you very much. Then I have what? With done. Yes. Who can read this with done? Yes, yeah. Ending with done. Sooner than. Yeah, this is in a clause of reference. Sooner than plus infinitive.
Close.
Yeah.
Rather than. Non-finite or.
Now, can you tell me, student, why the author put between parentheses that, for example, when I use sooner than plus infinitive, what does this mean? It means that I cannot use it as I like. No. When I use sooner than, that is what is followed. Sooner than is what is a clause which is infinitive. Yeah, specific. When I use rather than, I use a clause which is either verbless, you know verbless without verb,
Yes.
or non-finite. When I say non-finite, maybe to, maybe ing, maybe ed, with or without subject. Right? You have studied this. With or without subject. Yes. Thank you very much. Other. Other means what? Neither with than, nor whether it is obligatory or optional, nor with as. It is other. Just like what? As if, as though, in case. Of course, as if, as though, in case. Generally we use them in contrast, adverbial clause of contrast, not condition. We can use them. So, till now how many? Simple, compound. The last type, yes, who can read the last type? Which is correlative subordinators. Yeah, who can read? Yeah. Yes, other students, yes. Can you read it please with your mind? Correlative subordinator. Correlative. What do I mean by correlative? 2 parts. Not 1 part. How they are different from, for example, sooner than, so that, such that. It means I have a part in the first clause, which is maybe main clause. And there is then a clause, then there is another what? Another part. Correlative 2 parts. This one, this one. So, between them, there is what? Clause. That's why it is called correlative. Now, for example, please, is now, if I have what? If you study hard, then you will succeed. This is the point. If you study hard, then you will succeed. So it is correlative, it links. If you study hard, then you will succeed. If, which is what? Which is one of the subordinator, and then again it is subordinator. How do I classify them? I say if, then. This is correlative. So you understand why we have these dots. These dots, yes please.
Yes, it comes out from them. Is it also a clause or?
A clause, yeah. 2 clauses.
Because there is no point.
This is one clause and this is what what? Another
Yeah,
clause.
because there is no points.
Yeah, because he is considering what? Only the distance between if and then. Right? Or there should be another. If you study hard, then you succeed. For example, what do I have? Although you study hard, yet you fail. There should be another clause. One is main, one is subordinate. There should be. Yeah.
Although, yes.
Yeah. Although, yet. Although you are rich, yet you do not have a car. For example, although you have rich, nevertheless, you can't, for example, travel. Yeah, there should be two clauses. So, yes, please.
Also,
As so. Again, we are going to talk about this. What else?
more,
You know, more, ER, which means what? More for syllables, which has more than one syllable for comparison. ER for the adjectives, which has one syllable. What else? Less, yeah, more or less than. He is more clever than, for example. Yeah. More healthy than. Yeah. Cleverer than. Yes.
as,
As, yes. So as.
so that,
Yeah.
such as, such that,
Yeah.
no, so no, the,
Whether or.
the,
The. It means the more you study hard, the better you will be. Yes. This is not the first one compound. This is correlative, in which we have two clauses. You see the difference? Yeah. For the compound, no, it is one, right? Here, no, there is was a distance.
here, so that,
Yeah, so that here, it is not so that, see student, so that here, it is not so that that is, we have studied a few minutes ago, which is what? So that Mustafa. Why? Because so that, not only obligatory, my daughter, it is what? Compound. It is not correlative. Here we have so that, you see the difference? So, then we have what? Those. While so that, it is one. You see, this is the difference. You see the difference, yes.
Yes, which clause of the second can be standalone with mean?
Generally speaking, it is the main.
Like in the first sentence, if you
Yeah,
study hard,
if you study
will
hard,
pass.
you see, then,
Both of
nevertheless,
both of them are acceptable. You will pass, study hard.
yeah, if you study hard, you will pass. But you see, the pass, you will pass, it is what? It depends on the first one. You study hard, I can say, but I can say you will pass. Under which condition you will pass, right? Under a condition. So generally speaking, Murtada, the second part, in many of the cases, not all, they are what? The main clause. Generally. And we will see this within the clauses. Now, what I want from you is what? Is only to have an idea what are subordinated. Even don't memorize now. When we are going to take the clauses, you will see how do we use them. This is important. Yeah.
That optional? So that optional?
Yes, but it is not so that we
Yeah,
have
I know, but
said
it is optional.
Yeah, it is optional, but it is correlative,
So
not
we
compound.
can use one but
So, which
Only
is so,
so.
we will see it, yeah. But not compound soda, right? This is a
Yeah.
difference, yeah. So that in the first one, it is what? We use it with adverbial clause of purpose. Here, no, not purpose, maybe comparative, maybe others. Now, I have two notes which are very important. A and B. What are these notes? The author taught that these subordinators, some of them, they are preposition, and they are used as subordinated. Some of them, they are subordinated and they are used as a preposition, vice versa. Again, some of the subordinated, they are what? Generally, mainly they are what? Preposition. Some of them, no, they are mainly subordinated and they are used as a preposition. Let us discuss this in detail in note A. Look at the note and I will explain it. Only, yeah, please, yes, if you don't.
And some subordinators
Yeah.
are
Here you should memorize them because not all subordinators. Some subordinators, just like what?
as since, until, till, after, before, and but.
What are they? Simple.
Also
Some of simple, as if the author states, some of the simple subordinators, yes please,
also function as proposition.
just a minute, also function. What does this mean? Their main function, what is it? Subordinator. No, subordinator. Their main function, it is what? Subordinator, which means what? They occur with complex sentences. But they have another function. What is it? Preposition. When they are prepositioned, are they used with complex sentence? No, with simple sentence. This is the point. So some of the subordinators, mainly they are subordinators. What does this mean? They come with complex sentence, with subordinate clause. But they might have other function. What is it? It is a preposition. Since the war, right? First of all, give me example. This is not example, instance. How can I use this? Since the war. Is the war here preposition or a clause? Yes. What do you think? Since the war. Yes. Is it preposition? Is it noun phrase or it is a clause? Yes.
Noun phrase, the
It
word.
is noun phrase. Which means what? Since here is not subordinated. It is what? Preposition. I underline since and I ask you, classify. What is since? Since the war, I haven't seen you, right? Since the war, I haven't seen you. Since 1994, I, for example, have taught diploma. So what is this? It means that since in these, it is what? Since, for example, since the war, right? For example, I have not seen you. When I underline since, because it is followed by noun phrase, so what is it? It is a preposition. Why preposition followed by noun phrase? Okay. The author, what did it state? Since mainly it is what? Subordinated. Who can give me example in which I use since as a subordinator? Which means what? I use since with what? With clause, not with a phrase. Yeah, who can give me example? Yes, please.
Yes, we will survive since we are trying. So,
Very good. Now, survive since we are trying. Since you are the youngest, you will do the responsibilities, for example. For example, it means I have two clauses. So maybe, since, what else? Since, as, told, after, before. Mainly they are what? Subordinates. But can we use them as a preposition? Yes. Second function. What about number B? Number B is the opposite. It is the opposite of, not A. For, yes, who can read number B? Yes, yes, what's
For, with, and, without, elsewhere, prepositions.
Just a minute. Elsewhere, prepositions. Which means what?
Might be added.
So they are mainly what? Prepositions. They are mainly prepositions. What are they? For, just a minute, my daughter, just a minute. For, with and without. These three, they are mainly preposition. But can we use them as subordinator? Yes, which will be their second function. Yes, please, now go on.
Might be to added the list of subordinators when they introduce the subject of a noun finite
Or a
non-finite
non-finite
or
or
a verbless clause.
okay. So mainly they are preposition. What are they? For, with, and without. Give me example in which I can use one of them as a preposition, which means I use them in a simple sentence. Who can give me example? Yes, Mustafa.
I will go with you, for
I
example.
will go with you. I come with my books. I am waiting for you, right? For a long time. All these, you remember present perfect. You use them as what? Prepositions. But they might be used as what? Subordinated. Where? In a specific condition. The author give you the condition. What is it? When they introduce the subject of the clause should be non-finite or finite. Let us take example. For him to interfere. Just a minute. Where is the clause?
Him to interfere.
Very good. Him here, it is the subject of the clause, which is in the objective, which means he.
Yes.
for him to interfere. Which type of clause do we have here? Non-finite to infinitive, right? Or not?
Yes.
For him to interfere. To interfere is what? Non-finite to infinitive. What is him? Him is the subject of to interfere. Now, the condition is fulfilled, right? Because the author states, I can use for, with, that, when they introduce it means that they come before. A subject of what? Either non-finite or verbose. Here I have a subject, which is him, and I have a clause, which is what? Non-finite. My question, this is an instance, right? For him to interfere. Make it an example. For him to interfere, yes, come on, there should be a main clause, right? This is a subordinate clause. Give me the clause, the other clause. For him to interfere, yes? Yes, Murtaza?
For him to interfere, it was impossible.
It is possible, or it is impossible. For him to interfere, he put himself in a critical situation. There should be example, right? So what is for here? For here is what? Subordinator. Why? Because it comes after it is what? Clause. Him to interfere. With so many people there. Few minutes ago, your colleague Mustafa said, I come with you. We say with you is what? Is a noun phrase. So it is a preposition. Look at this sentence. With so many people there. Let us make, this is an example. Yeah? We can complete it. With so many people there, come on. Yes?
With so many people there, there will be no peace. No space.
There will be no peace, for example.
No
Space. The meeting will be held, for example. Now, my question, what is with here? Is it a preposition or subordinator? Yes, Mustafa.
Subordinator.
Tell me now. We have condition, right?
Yeah.
Where are these conditions? Where is the
So-
subject?
The subject.
Yeah.
So many people there is
Good,
the
This
subject.
is the subject.
There is no
Where's
verb.
the clause?
Clause?
It is verbless.
Yes. Verbless.
Yeah, it is verbless. So, when I have a subject with non-finite and with verbless, I can use with, for, without, as well as subordinate. Till now, clear, please? A and B is
Yes, sir. Also, in the previous year, we knew that as shortcuts, if we want to know the non-finite from the finite, we just look at the subject. If there's a subject, it is finite.
You mean how to distinguish between
Yes.
finite and non-finite? It is not only the subject, Murtaza.
I know, but
Yeah,
as
there is no
shortcut-
voice, there is no mood, you know, these features. Yeah.
But
So-
this one is, you said that there is a subject in the first one, him.
The subject of the clause, not the subject of the sentence. When you say with so many people there, right? Come on, the meeting will be held. Where is the subject of the minor clause, of the subordinate? It is what? So many people there. But where is the subject of the main clause? The meeting, the other sentence, you see? Here he means the subject of the clause. Which clause? Non-finite or it is verbless? Yeah. There should be, Murtaza, for the subordinate clause, its own subject, which might be different from the subject of the main clause, as we are going to see. In this case, sometimes there is co-referentiality, identification. Sometimes no, there is no identification. Again, we will talk about this later on. Any other question, please? Now, 11.8, 11.9, we will not talk about it. Why? The author gives other types of subordinators. Student, I don't want you to be confused with so many classifications for nothing. So the main classification, it is what? Simple, compound, coordinate. This 11, for example, A, it is borderline. Other types of subordination. 11.9, other types. So I don't want to take too many classifications. And the main classification that we found it in our textbook, in our, for example, reading, they are the first. Clear? So I will not discuss 11.8, 11.9. I will start with 11.10. I will not now discuss it. Why? 11.10 talk about these clauses. Which function do they have? By function, what do I mean? Subject, object, complement, adverbial. So this is an introduction of the whole function. That's why I did not discuss it. Why? Because within each clause, I am going to talk about them. What are they? Subject, object, subject complement, indirect object, object complement, adjunct, disjunct. These are functions. Why do I start from now and later on I am going to talk? So why do I repeat myself? So I will not discuss it now, right? Why? Because later on I am going to discuss function. Are you with me, students? Do you get my point? Yeah, this is the point. I will start from 11:11. What is the title of 11:11? If any one of you have a look at this, this section talk about what? Nominal clauses, which is nominal relative in more particular. So, put a title for 11:11, which is nominal clause. We will start. So, the first subordinate clause, it will be what? We have 4 clauses. The first one, it is what? Nominal clause. This is number 1 in 11:11. In 11:12, the author gave other 3 clauses. What are they? Adverbial, 3 comparative, 4 command. These are the subordinate clauses that we are going to talk about their types, their function, their forms. Clear? Yeah. Their types, their forms, their function. I'll start with 11:11. Who can read 11:11? As an introduction, yes, please.
This is noun phrase may occur as an object complement,
Yes.
positive and prepositional complement.
What are these? They are function, right? We have subject, we have object, complement, appositive, preposition. Yes, please.
So every nominal clause may occur in some or all of its roles.
Roles, not rules.
Roles.
What does this mean? It means nominal clause can function as subject, object, complement, appositive. This is the point. Okay, go on, please.
While the occurrence of nominal clauses is limited by the fact that they are normally abstract.
What does this mean? Generally speaking, nominal clause, generally, in all its types, generally, they refer to what? Abstract. Okay, yes, please.
They refer to events, facts, states, ideas.
This is contrast. Although nominal clauses generally, they refer to abstract, but they refer to events, to facts, states, ideas, and the one exception, this is the exception for what? For abstractness, which is, for example, facts, ideas, feelings, right? The one exception is what?
Generalizations is the nominal relative clause.
My question, why? Why nominal relative is not referring to abstract? Because they refer to what? Nominal relative. This is the student whom I respect. This is the class which I do like. Why nominal relative refer not to abstract? Because generally they refer to human beings. And human beings are what? Concrete. The only exception for the type of nominal clauses is what? Nominal relative. Why? Nominal relative generally refer to what? To concreteness. Yes, please. Yes.
Yes. Which may refer to objects, people, substance, and may in fact be analyzed on one level as a noun phrase consisting of head and post-modifying relative clause.
Yes.
The head and relative pronoun
To form a single
form
word.
a single
Oh,
element.
so this is an introduction only. What is the introduction? That nominal clause has types. The main type of it is nominal relative, which refers to human beings. Till now, any question, please? I stop here. Tomorrow, by God's will, I will go with 11, 12. What is 11, 12? Other subordinate clause. This is only an introduction. You see, I am going to give you only the introduction for these. Okay, thank you very much. Again, tomorrow, if you have any question for chapter 7, please, which is your material with the exercise, tell me about it. I think it is tomorrow the last lecture before the exam. I think, yeah, your exams will start. Please, students, I emphasize one main point. Please don't not, right? Not join. Yeah. Don't. You should attend the exam, all of you. Believe me, I will not make any extra exam for the student who will not attend the exam. I will give 0. It is out of 25. Please take it very, careful this one. Yes.
Yes, so tomorrow is the last lecture, so we finish the exams.
Yeah, I don't know. Believe me, I don't know. As a teacher, I don't know. What are the exam? You say it is on Sunday, but I
Yes, on
don't know.
Sunday. I mean,
Yeah, because the teachers do not know. Till now, we are not informed that our exam will start on Sunday. You say so, but we don't know. Especially, I do not
Are
know.
we obliged to come tomorrow because our time is very
Because you see, Murtala, if we do not, now Mustafa, I am not in a position which is authority. You know, I am a teacher, right? I should come every day. I can't say come and don't come. I have no such responsibility. Maybe the head can tell you come or not. For us as a teacher, we should come. Now, I'll come to section C. No one, I will write all of them, they are absent. Because Because the head will tell me, Dr. Mesa, where is your absentees? I will say no one attend. But, so I have no choice to tell you, come or not come. Believe me, Murtala. Yeah. I may say, don't come, and I will take the responsibility. I will be punished. So why do I punish? Because of you. Right? And I cannot say, come. I say, I will be here. I will come to your section. Wait for 10 minutes. No one, I sign. No one. One, I will ask one. Do you have any question? And I will go on. Believe me, this is what I'm doing. Not only me, even the other teacher. Because till now, my dear son, Murtala, till now we are not informed of the exam. You have an idea, but us, we have no idea. Yeah, they told us, the lecturer, I don't go. So if you want to ask the head of the department, shall we come tomorrow? So if she say, come, come. If she say, don't come, but not me, I am a poor creature, right? Yeah, especially me, Murtala, I am in my own way, right? Believe me, I am the last one who knows everything in the department. Because all the time I am surprised by things, yeah. So I'm sorry, of course you have that. What is the first exam? Your first exam? Grammar. You see, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, believe me. I don't know that your exam. So it is up to you and with the head, not with me. For me, I will come. If they say, go to the lecture, I will go. Say, don't go to the lecture, I will stay at my room. So that we take your absence. But since your exam on Sunday, if it is on Sunday, please read very, very carefully. Very carefully read. Right? Yeah. 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 Yeah, I've told the students.
If there is no meaning.
No, there is no meaning.
Yes.
By the way, I will confuse you if I give you meaning. Believe me, if there is no meaning, no intonation, it will be helpful for you. There should be what? Keywords in a sentence. These keywords, it depends on your knowledge of what? Of the sentence, its meaning, lexical item, grammar. What you have background knowledge. Where is the focus? On the verb, object, it is on universal item, the keywords.
For the oral exam, I read it. It's topic which is focused on English.
Yes.
And I thought it's exercise on the exercise.
It means if you remember everything, they
I'm not
asked me,
sure if-
everything that glitters is not gold. If you remember this sentence, they asked me about this sentence yesterday. I told them why I put the emphasis on everything. Because it is universal item. Not only because universal item. What is the focus of negation? Contrast meaning. When I say everything that glitters, it means not everything that glitters. It means something might not be glitter, right? So now focus on what? On everything. This cup, you know, it is all of it because it is universal. Why the focus is on gold, not glitter? Because not everything gold. Might be silver, might be platinum, which means what? Some of the glittering is gold, the other is not gold. So some, it means the first focus, which is every. Not everything which is a glitter gold, it means something it is silver. So where is now the focus? Everything and gold.
What about the other sentences?
There are solutions for them, my good. There are solutions. If there is an item which is difficult for you, you can tell me about it. Tomorrow you can solve it. I mean, tell me, because they are found in the text. I draw your attention if there is error. I tell you about it. If there is no error, no, take it. Yeah, my point, my daughter, listen to me, because since you do not, you listen to what you have. If there is an error, I tell you, what does this mean? If there is no error, it means everything is okay. I tell you, please, this exercise, it is written in a wrong way, right? I draw your attention to the points which are wrong. If I did not focus on the wrong, this means all the answers are correct. So there is no problem. The answers are there. You get the point? This is the point. Focus on the spot, it depends on your awareness, on your mentality, on your knowledge of the meaning of the sentence, the lexical item. It does not focus on the rule. The rule is what? If you have focus, it is within the scope. If there is negation, it is within the scope. This is the rule. If we have non-assertive which is in focus, it is within the scope. If I have non-assertive, outside the scope. This is the rule. But all the other things, it depends on you. On you. ضحى حيدر, ضياء عماد, عباس مهدي, عبير كاظم, علي أحمد عبد الحسين, علي جواد, علي عبد الحسين, علي عبد الحمزة, علي لطيف, عمار, غدير سلام, غدير هلال, فاطمة أحمد, فاطمة حسين, فاطمة عبد الهادي الديني, فاطمة عبد الهادي عزيز, فاطمة مردان, فاطمة مردان, please. فاطمة هاشم, قاسم كاظم, كوثر خضير, كوثر وائل, مؤمل, محمد عبد الحسين, محمد علي جبار, محمد مسلم, محمد نعيم, مرتضى صلاح, مرتضى مهدي, مريم أحمد, مريم علاء, مريم قاتم, مريم قاتم, مصطفى, منار, مهيمن, نبأ ستار, نبأ علي, نهلة مهدي, نور حسين, نور الهدى أحمد, نور الهدى أحمد, نور الهدى علي, نور الهدى علي ناهي, نور الهدى مصطفى, هدير محمد, هشام حسن, وجدان فرحان, كرار صالح, محمد حمد, محمد عبد الله, محمد عبد الوهاب, محمد عبد الرضا, مريم علي, ضحى موسى كريم, عباس أحمد, عقيل ناصر, علي سرحان, غفران صالح, غفران علاوي, فاطمة حيدر, مجتبى نعيم, مرتضى عدنان, مريم سليم, مريم عزيز, منتظر عباس, نور هدى سعيد, نور عبد الأمير, ياسين صلاح, ياسر, وسن, هيام, هناء شاكر, هبة كمال, زينب جاسم, إقبال حسن, أحمد عبد الوهاب, أحمد عداد, زهراء قاسم, زهراء قاسم, زينب محمد جاسم, زينب محمد جاسم. فطلاب أنا عذروني يا ولدي ويا بناتي، حقيقة ما عندي سلطة أنا أقول لكم تعالوا أو لا، والله العظيم منكم عرفت إنه النحو أول شيء، والله ما أدري. إلكم بس إحنا كل شيء ما قالوا لنا، يعني للتدريسي لا قالوا لهم امتحاناتهم الأحد، منكم بدنا نسمع. لا أنت الأسئلة لا تشيلي don't worry. لا الأسئلة ما بيكون ولو يعني you know it takes from me a week in order to prepare it, right? Yeah, because you know it's a grammar. You should be careful. مو الأسئلة بس قصدي إحنا ما نعرف فإحنا ما عندنا هاي السلطة، إحنا لازم نجي يومي، يعني أنا باكر عندي محاضرات وياكم بس ما أقدر ما أجي. بس إحنا شو يقولوا لنا؟ جيبوا غيابات حتى لو ما حد جاي يعطونا الغيابات، أنا طبعا أجي للشعبات الموجود أسجل غيابه والما موجود هم أقول ما حد خلاص.
هو يجي واحد يعمل الكل.
بس إذا تجون إلي أنا كشيء شخصي ها مثلا إنه هذول ما إجوا، مو أنا أخاف من عندكم أنتم طلاب، مثلا دكتورة أنت جايتكم راح تجي على مود الغيابات وعلى مود الفائدة، يمكن أنا أعاونكم أقول لكم هاي ما خليها من ضمن هذا اليوم، ما خلي من ضمن حساب الغيابات، لأن الغيابات أنا أحسبها وإحنا مطالبين بالغيابات كدرجة أنا أنطيها أنتم غايبين، بس كدرجة إلي يمكن أنا أعينكم أفكر، بس أنا ما أقدر أقلش منار. والله مرة قلتها راح رئيس القسم قال دكتورة نساء قالت لا تجون. لا لا أنا أفهم سووها والله. حكيت نفسها راح أشوف بالعربي، قلت أنا ما راح أحاسبكم كدرجة، عندكم غيابات هاي لسه أنا مسويتها من أول ما أجيتوا لحد ما الأخير. فبالدرجة كل غياب إلى درجة. فأنا حاسب هذا الأخير أنا ما أحسب. راحوا دكتورة أنغام قالوا لها دكتورة ميساء قالت لا تجون، فما إجوا الرابع. زين دكتورة أنغام جدا بتعزني، قالت لي دكتورة أنا أدري أنت ما قالت، والله ما قلت هيك شيء. فأني طلاب تجون كل الهلا ما تجون أنا ما معني يعني، لا أنا رئيسة قسم ولا أنا عميد ولا أنا رئيس جامعة، أنا ليه بحالي ترى. هذا ما تقدرون تحاسبوا وانصحكم لا تسووا. ما ادري يعني ما ادري تغيبون، بس التدريسي راح يجاوبك الا اذا اكو تدريسين هم سلطه يحسون او ربما علاقتهم قويه ويا رئاسه القسم يقدر يقول لك تعالوا لا تجي.
ما يقولون لا تجون، تدخل وياهم انه ماكو غياب، ما يحسبون.
مو احنا يجون يسالون عن غياب، لما يجون تدرون انتم وين تجون راسا يسالون وين غياباتكم، اعطونا غيابات حتى نسوي لهم مذكره.
بالنسبه للقسم اكو غيابات، بس بالنسبه للدكتور انه ما يحسب هذا اليوم غياب.
اي انا هم ما اقدر اقدش، لان يقولون ان الرسول عليه الصلاه والسلام المؤمن لا يردغ من جحر مرتين.
صحيح.
انا صار بي العام قلت لهم انا ما راح اخذ غيابكم، بس انتم تجون ما تجون ويا القسم. راحوا قالوا لها دكتوره كنا ما جاني وبالتالي اسوي لهم مذكره كلهم، والي احتراما الي قالت دكتوره ادري انت ما تقولين هذا الشيء، بس تبت بعد انا احكي هذا الكلام. يعني انا اقعد اساعدكم تروحون. فانا طلاب تجون اسجل ما تجون، اما اشيء اخليها بحسابات لو ما اخليها اتركوا لي اياها واقدر الضرب وباوع السيركمستانسز كلها والباك جراوند والسكوب والفوكس.
احنا نازله بين يوم ويوم، يعني هاي الغياب كلش فيه.
بعد والله يا بنيتي هذا ما اعرف فيه والله، يعني هذا ويا القسم شلون تحددوا شلون هاي كيف شلون ربما عندكم قدوات تقدر تحكي ويا رئاسه القسم انهم مثلا تعاونونا بهذا اليوم جاهز من هذا الوقت. هذا بعد يعتمد على اليور اكتيفيتي، يعني I need all of you. بس انا ما انطيكم اي شيء، انا اذا ما اشوف شلون راح يصير القصه ولا احنا راح يسوون لنا بهالحاله مجلس قسم، فايش راح يقولون؟ قالت حسبوها احسب الدرجه مالتها، قالت لا تحسبوها انا ما احسب. يعني اعذريني ما نعرفني.
خليه الناس عندك.
لا في يعني اخذ اختبارات.
طبعا دكتور.